The zoom function on a speedlight, I reckon, is one of the most underused creative tools that we have right at hand with no extra cost. The zoom function on the speedlight, technically when it's in automatic mode, i.e. the zoom function on the speedlight, as you zoom your lens in and out, or you change one prime lens to another prime lens, the speedlight automatically detects what focal length the lens is, and it will then actually adapt. So as we kind of zoom into a subject a distance away and we want to fill our frame more, basically the speedlight acknowledges that I want to actually get closer to the subject, and so it basically actually magnifies the zoom of the flash to actually just light a certain part of the area of the photograph. So in other words, it magnifies the flash going towards the subject with it. And we can use this in a creative mode if we opt for a manual setting on the zoom element. So we can still work in TTL or whatever kind of system that you want, except now we're taking control of the zoom. So the image in front of us here is basically a speedlight that has been turned to a vertical position. So in this case, the speedlight is off camera, it's on a stand, and it's been turned to a vertical position. So when the zoom is applied, you can see that basically it creates a dramatic gradient from the kind of the lit area to the unlit area, the area within the image. So if we look at this image to begin with, this is the speedlight still off camera on a stand. However, now it's basically just being used as a normal kind of zoom. So in other words, 20mm, 24mm, whatever kind of setting that you want in it. So you can see that we have a greater illumination across the orange background, in fact, illuminating even some of the actual exhibition stands in the side here. If we just apply that zoom, in this case, this flash can only be zoomed to what is a 105. Some of the modern day speedlights can actually be zoomed to 200 as well, and that includes third-party flashes. So the speedlight is basically zoomed in, so now you can start to see the rectangular shape of the actual flash itself. But not only does it kind of control the shape of the flash and zooming it in, we also get more contrast from it because it's magnified. It's kind of being told, travel a greater distance, this is your job, but really we're just faking it up and things. So when we start to actually look at the natural illumination from a speedlight, again, I've kept it in vertical. Ignore all the kind of the bits here, because this is a trigger and this is a battery, and this is the cable coming from the battery into the speedlight. Ignore all that, all right? But we've just kind of put the speedlight into a vertical position, and this would be the equivalent of, say, a 20 or 24mm speedlight zoom, as it were. So it's designed to spread across the whole area. Then exactly the same thing when we're looking at it as far as in the horizontal mode. But when we then zoom it, you can start to see how it basically gives us the rectangular shape. And if you're ever in doubt, if you just squint, you'll see the contrast of the light and basically what or where the flash is going. Now, the great thing about this technique is that you can do it on camera. So let's imagine a bride and groom are coming down the aisle and you want to actually just focus in the flash on them instead of people sitting down the sides of the aisles or stood at the side of the aisles. If you put your zoom into a high magnification, i.e. 105, 200, whatever you can do, then it's basically going to concentrate all that beautiful flash in towards the middle and kind of naturally vignette out the sides. So again, the same thing when it's moved into the vertical position. Remember, by design, a speed light, a strobe flash, on camera, off camera, whatever, is rectangular in shape, and it's designed to actually meet the same kind of area as the CCD on your kind of cameras and things really. So hence the rectangular shape. So this is it in a normal mode, so in an auto zoom. This is it now in a zoomed in mode, and then this is basically fully zoomed in, and you can see the hotspot actually here in the middle. So again, gives us really good contrast within an image by design. But when we start to actually zoom in, you can see now how much more of the overall effect is being controlled. And so we can get some really great looking images, whether it's a people portrait or it's a product photography and things. Really, we can really get great images. So remember, have a little play around with the zoom on your speed light to change the amount of fill or spread of the light. So by doing this, we can kind of pretty much guarantee we're going to move from, you know, a good image if the flash is off camera, or a flat image if the flash is on camera, into a more dramatic image where we've zoomed in and things really. So when you're looking at the front of the speed light, when it's fully zoomed in, you'll basically see something like we're seeing on screen now, yeah, where it basically kind of diffuses across the whole element. When we zoom out, so in other words, we're going back to the 20, the 24, whatever it is, your speed light kind of will look like this more as it basically pushes the element, the exploding gas, the Exion element, in towards the actual diffusion screen and things really. So if we're looking on the back of the flash, obviously all flashes are slightly different anyway. This is on a third-party Canon style of flash. And basically, if I press my zoom mode, which is here, this will basically then turn what is the A in a normal kind of letter into a highlighted A like we're seeing on screen here. Now I can basically turn the jog wheel to change manually the zoom setting on the actual flash. And as you see, this flash can go up to 200 mil. So that's a great way and an easy way without any cost at all to be able to actually change your on-camera flash photography. Or if you can get your speed light off camera, then it will dramatically change how you use flash pretty much forever, I'm sure.